Okay. So hello, J.MAK students, and welcome to MAK.STERS by J.MAK. Thank you for being here with us as we learn all about Canaves collection with our beloved G-Boo, Georgia Boosalis, who I know you know. For those that don't know me, I'm Meg Crosby, hospitality personality at J.MAK based in Raleigh, North Carolina. You can always reach out to me and our team by emailing hi@jmak.com. That's hi@jmak.com. for any questions about Canaves collection or any of our partners to keep in touch. Today, after the presentation, we will open the floor for a brief Q&A session. So Georgia's here. Bless her heart, she stayed up for us. It's 8 o'clock at night, past my bedtime. And so she stayed up to answer those questions for you. And you can view our upcoming MAK.STERS session. Tomorrow we have Edgewood Tahoe. And more events by visiting the events page on jmak.com. So thank you for your continued support. And without further ado, G-Boo, take it away.
Thank you, Meg. Thanks, everyone. And it is 9 p.m. in Athens.
Oh.
And this is when we Greeks get up to go out. It's definitely not bedtime for us. So everyone, for you that don't know me, I'm Georgia Boosalis. I'm the director of sales for Canaves collection. So before we get into the properties, everyone, I would like to tell you some of the changes we've made. So you know our new names, our new corporate brand, because a few of you are already a little confused as to, did we open new hotels? No, we didn't. We just renamed them to make them easier for you, because in the past, even I was always confused. So if you know Marcos, the first thing I told Marcos, it's bad enough to sell for hotels. Could you have made their names so difficult? So here we go. We changed our brand. We are no longer called Canaves Resorts and Hotels. Our new brand is called Canaves Collection. I would see many of you on the road or at a show, and you would say to me, Georgia, I love your hotel. And I would never hear that S at the end of hotel, as in hotels. And I would go, oh my God, which one do they know? Do they know that we have 4 properties? So we changed it to Canaves Collection, and now everybody knows that we're a collection of hotels. The other reason we changed that and dropped IA from our name is that we are going to be expanding outside of Santorini. Please don't ask me when, because I'm desperate to find out as well. But we're actually expanding in Naxos. Yes, talk about an authentic island. So you that know me and know that I also work for Mykonos and tell me that Paros is authentic, I really want to scream. But Naxos will be a true authentic island. So we're looking to open this hotel. It's an already existing property that we're going to totally change and bring it up to the standards of Canaves. I'm hoping the end of next year. And did I say something about Paros? Yes, we will be opening a hotel in Paros as well. But this is a brand new built hotel. It's going to be to the standards of the epitome. So this hotel, I don't foresee before 2026. So there we are, Canaves Collection. Now, on Santorini, we used to have the 4 hotels, which we have now named as follows. And I hope this becomes so much easier to understand. Our original hotel, we used to call it Canaves Boutique Hotel. Well, it was our first property that Marcos's mom and dad opened back in the 80s. I think they inherited 2 caves, decided to turn them into rooms, and that's how our company began. So that first hotel, Canaves Boutique, no longer. It is now called Canaves Enna, ENA, In Greek, it means one. So it's our oldest hotel, but it's Enna. And as we were all relaxing, at least maybe some of us in the winter, Marcos totally renovated the entire hotel. It is brand new, still 18 rooms, but when I say brand new. So Enna, then 5 minutes down the road is Canaves Ia Suites. Marcos would not drop Ia Suites from this. It was his baby, like mom and dad's baby was Enna. So it's the only hotel we will keep into Canaves Ia Suites. For you that have been to the island, on the cliffs, we also have a tiny little hotel. We used to call it Canaves Sunday Suites. It's like, Marcos, enough with this suites. So we dropped suites and now it's just called Canaves Sunday. Many of you ask, why Sunday? Where did we come up with a name? Actually, Sunday was the previous owner's wife's name. Her name in Greek is Kyriaki, which translates literally into Sunday. So the owner, when he sold the hotel to Marcos, the only thing he asked is that he keep his wife's name. So Canaves Sunday it is. And Canaves Epirami, all of you know it by this name. It remains Canaves Epirami. And the last thing we have, as in hotels, is that we have a group of independent villas, not in Ia. There are three independent villas in the village of Imerovigli. And Imerovigli is a village prior to getting to Ia. It's on the highest point of Ia. And there, the villas we used to call Eden villas, but there was somebody else in Santorini with something named Eden. So we changed it to Elephas, Elefas. And why does it resemble the name elephant? Because the owner of these villas, these three independent, used to be a Greek ambassador to some country in Africa, and he was in love with elephants. We found tiles of elephants. We kept some of them. We took out the stuffed elephants. I don't know how big they were. So there you are, the last group of hotel elephants. And for you that don't remember, we own the largest catamaran company in Santorini. We have it under the name of Sunset Ia. We have 24 catamarans, two Apardos, and two Ferreris. So when you do catamaran cruises on Santorini, and your clients might be staying at another hotel, I don't want to know about it. But if they are and they're doing a half day catamaran or a full day, it could be on one of ours.
Perfect.
So,
Maybe I'm
Meg,
gonna
any
share my,
pictures that we can share? Wonderful.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. So this is, and if you guys want to follow along too, Georgia's gonna send you the presentation. She has a brand new, beautiful, shiny presentation that they've been working hard on. Right now, we're gonna go through the website as it lays out all of our options right here and kind of go through them. So
Yeah. So to go from the beginning, just to share with you. So remember, the first three hotels, Canaves Enna, Suites, and Sunday, hang on the cliffs, what we call in Greece the caldera of Santorini. They're all uniquely different. Canaves Enna, as I mentioned, brand new renovation. And it will always remain, out of all the hotels that I just went over, our least expensive property. It does have 18 rooms, but when I say the least expensive, it has nothing to do with the service, the quality. But many of you will say, my God, it's brand new, totally renovated. Why is it still the least expensive? Some of the rooms, guys, which is very important, especially to honeymooners, the privacy here is not as great as when we show you the suites in a minute. So there are rooms where the terrace in front could be walked by another hotel client, not outsiders, just other hotel guests. And because of that, we have priced it the best of all. But as you can see, the product is phenomenal. And when Marcos does something, he goes all the way. So less private, least expensive, but look at it. Look at the, except for the girl with her bathing suit. Look at how lovely the outdoor areas are. And and guys, it does have a restaurant, very more Greek food, because we want people to be able, your clients to be able to be at the suites and eat at Enna or vice versa. So yes, we allow clients to eat at other hotels. Do remember that we don't have sign-in privileges, unfortunately, to your room at the other hotel because of differences in VAT numbers. Okay, so that's N. So literally, Georgia steps 5 minutes away from Enna is Canaves Suites. This will be our most expensive property on the cliff. The reason it is, it's not only because the rooms may be larger than Enna, that we sit high on the cliff and we are able to see and have the best views, that we have an elevator from the road to where the pools are, saving some of your clients that might have some issues with steps, saving them, forget the down, save them a minimum of 100 steps up. The other thing about the suites is we built it. We built it any way we could, because you realize building rooms on a cliff, you build however you can, wherever you can. But Marcos put canopies, is what we call them in English, over all rooms. So even if you have another couple in a room above you, they're not seeing you sitting below in your own terrace. One thing I want to mention about a hotel on a cliff. One, of course, no children under the age of 13. Not only because of security, it's called, as I always say, honeymooners. No screaming children and honeymooners under the same roof. You know what will happen. No children in the future, as I say. The grandparents will be calling me to blame me that their children decided on not having children. Not a pretty picture. So, the thing also to remember about a cliff hotel, not only ours, everyone, no room is identical. No room. So, you have Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and they're the best friends, and they're your clients. And you book them exactly the same category in a hotel on a cliff. They will not look the same. No, no, no. The terrace will be different. The view will be different. So, because they'll always go and see each other's room, and as we hear, the grass is always greener, just be careful that they don't think they will be identical. So, the other thing we did at the suites, and then we're going to move down to Sunday, we renovated, I think we've done 95% of the rooms. We went away from the all white concept. We did some grays. We did, I mean, you're not going to see reds and greens by any chance, but we softened up. We redid the terraces. We redid the pools. And again, in this hotel, every room has a water element, but it doesn't mean that one room might just have a jacuzzi and the other room may have a larger pool. So that is another thing. And we finalized and completed our 2 bedroom villa last year. And we finished the renovation of our 3 bedroom villa. Again, no children here because of the same issues. And now we leave Enna, we leave the suites. And now we're walking right into the middle of Ia, but not where anybody can see you drinking with your honey, having a smooching on your terrace. It's a quiet little street that you turn into, and we come to Canaves Sunday. Why would I, Georgia Busala, stay at Sunday? Because I don't like to be Instagrammed. I don't want to be bothered. So Sunday is truly a tiny little hotel with only 8 villas, a total of 10 bedrooms, because 2 of the villas have a second bedroom. It's quiet. It's hands-on with staff, the ratio. It has a beautiful terrace on the roof. You have 360-degree views of Santorini, of Ia, excuse me. One thing to always remember when it comes to hotels on the cliff, they do not, none of our 3 hotels have direct sunset views. You have the colors of the sunset, but you don't have the sunset because the sunsets are at the very end of Ia. And when you want to see the sunset, it will be you, 5,000 million cruise ship customers running with you. The Bulls of Pamplona is what I call it, in other words, to see the sunset. So, where do you go to see the sunset? The last hotel, the Epitome. So, Meg, if you can show us the Epitome. So,
I'm
the
there
Epitome,
now.
yeah, there she is. You see my kitchen, and Meg, you see the Epitome. So the epitome, guys, we built the first section 5 years ago. We completed it literally last year because, and now we have stopped 53 accommodations. The last addition was the brand new 5 bedroom villa, which is stunning, stunning, stunning. But why did we build the epitome the way we did? Meaning, we are no longer on the cliff of Ia. We're on the flat part of Ia with our complimentary shuttles in 10 minutes. Marco says 5 because he's the owner. I'm telling you the truth. 10 minutes, shuttles up and down from the epitome to the town of Ia, where the other 3 hotels are. And now all the cruise ship customers are gone. They're back to their ships down in the main town of Fira, which is at least 45 minutes from us. And now you have Ia in your own pace. You can eat dinner with us at another restaurant. So Ia now becomes more of a livable town. The epitome. The other reason we built flat, of course, no steps, helps certainly with our clients with mobility issues. We also built epitome here, not only because it has the most direct sunsets on the island, and your clients that are staying at the suites, they're staying at Sunday, they're staying at Enna, have them come down. Those shuttles are up and down. Come down here, have a drink, see the sunset, have dinner with us at Epitome. And now you're not running with 5,000 other people to see that sunset at the end of Ia. The other thing we did with the Epitome, we had space. Up on the cliff, we're building puzzle. Wherever we find space, we build a room. Here, we build consistency. Mr. and Mrs. Jones and Mr. and Mrs. Smith will not have to worry, or you guys worry, that their rooms are not going to look the same, because they are. We had large areas to build larger pools. We built a second pool last year, an infinity pool. We built a second restaurant, Omnia. We allow children. Why? Meg, if you saw the previous picture, you see those walls between this and the, well, I call those the Berlin walls. So here you can have your screaming 5 year old, and next door you can have your honeymoon couple, but nobody bothers anybody. And when I say children, we are talking like 10 children at any time, guys. We're only 53 accommodations. July and August. This is not an all inclusive in the Caribbean. And we do have small programs for those children to allow mom and dad to take their massage on a private basis, to do something on their own, go to a winery. But it's not a kids club. We have a lady that takes them around the hotel, tells them about the flowers and the plants. It's fun, it's educational, but it's not a children's club. So that's the epitome. So price wise, I will go back now before we see uh, the famous catamaran. So price wise, the epitome and the suites will be your highest price point for different reasons, different times of the season or what's available. Sunday will be in the middle, and Enna will be our least expensive. So besides different style of hotels, different price point, different reasons of why, always before you go to reservations, Georgia, remind me which hotel, why do you think this one? And sometimes availability, sometimes we might not have availability. It's good that we have options. The Elephas Villas, the product that I mentioned to you in Imeroviti. They're wonderful villas. They're independent. There is a concierge. There is